Well guys, Batman v Superman is coming out next week, and in all honesty, I'm not really feeling the hype for this one. But I figured what better way to get me more excited to watch God versus man than to rewatch a bunch of older movies featuring a god and a man. So in the week and a half or so leading up to Batman v Superman, I'm going to be revisiting some of Batman and Superman's older movies. Starting with Superman the movie. And yeah, why don't I just keep this cape on for the rest of the review? I think I'm gonna do that. God bless Magic Mountain. I have a cape for both my Batman reviews and my Superman reviews. And this video is going to contain some spoilers for the movie. I'm not going to talk about all the spoilers super in depth, but there's definitely some spoilers, so you've been warned. So Superman the movie is directed by Richard Donner. He went on to do The Goonies and half of Superman 2. This came out in 1978, and ultimately it was the start of comic book movies as we know it. I feel like that term gets thrown around a lot, like, oh, Superman started comic book movies. Oh no, it was Batman. No, it was Blade. Oh no, it was X-Men. Oh, nope, it was Spider-Man. Well, the first time we got a serious comic book treatment on the silver screen was Superman the movie in 1978, so I'm going with that. And it'd be really easy to think, oh, Superman movie from 1978, alright, let's get the cheese fest going. But the movie is not really like that. There's definitely some cheese in this movie, but there's a lot of really good stuff. Christopher Reeves, to this day, is Superman. The guy owns the role. Henry Cavill's good. Brandon Routh, I don't remember him at all. I haven't seen Superman Returns since theaters, so I'm sure he was fine, I guess. But Christopher Reeve was really able to sell the charm of Superman and also the really nerdy dweebiness of Clark Kent. Because yeah, in Superman lore, Superman has the most ridiculous disguise possible. He puts on some glasses and a jacket or whatever and starts working at the Daily Planet. But Christopher Reeves makes you believe that that disguise could actually work. Because it's all in his mannerisms. When he goes into the Daily Planet, he's all like, oh, Lois, yes, how are you doing today? Oh, Mr. White, oh, I had this great story that I wanted to share with you. And then once he puts on the suit, he's all like, it's all right, ladies and gentlemen, stay calm. I'm Superman. I'm here to save the day. I fight for truth, justice, and the American way. I love that scene when he's dressed as Clark and he's walking with Lois and they get mugged in that alleyway and he's totally freaking out. He's like, oh, Lois, I think that you should give them your purse. Then after that, they get in a little bit of a scuffle and the guy shoots at Lois. Clark reaches over, he grabs the bullet, and then he pretends to pass out. As Lois has her back turned, so she has no idea what just happened. She turns around to him, she's like, oh, I can't believe that you just fainted. Then she storms off, and after the scene, you see the bullet in Stoop's hand, and you're like, dude, that guy is Superman. He doesn't need any reward, he just does it because he's a good guy. It's awesome. The rest of the supporting cast is pretty good. Gene Hackman's a really good Lex Luthor. He's a lot more comedic than a Lex Luthor that we'd probably get now. Ned Beatty as his assistant was pretty good too. They have some nice banter, they go back and forth, you get a couple laughs out of them. But when he gets serious and he's trying to attack Superman and all that, I took him seriously. I was like, oh man, he's wiping out the whole western seaboard. You should probably stop him, Superman. And this movie also has the iconic Superman theme song written by John Williams. I still listen to this song at the gym when I'm getting kind of tired. Turn it on, you just hear bam, 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 and I'm just like, dude, let's kick some butt. Now, where some of my issues with the movie lie is that there's a couple of supporting characters where I'm like, why did they need to be in this movie? Like, Lex Luthor has a little girlfriend in the movie, and ultimately she does help Superman at the end of the day. But throughout the rest of it, I'm like, she's fine, she's not detracting from the whole thing, but I'm just like, why is she in this movie? Lois Lane also has this like assistant intern type of guy, and again, I'm just like, again, doesn't detract from the movie as a whole, but if they took him out of the movie, then he'd be no different. And some of the effects in this movie are a little bit dated, but a lot of them really hold up. And there's some scenes where you can definitely tell that Superman is flying on a green screen, but with the seriousness that Christopher Reeves takes it, and the score, and just the surroundings and all of that, I still believe that is Superman, and he is flying. Now, the ending of this movie has gotten a lot of hate as the years have gone on, saying it's kind of a cop-out ending. And the ending is kind of a mixed bag for me. I do like the scene where after Lois Lane dies, Superman like rages out and he flies up into the sky and he hears the voices of Jor-El and then Pa Kent. Jor-El's trying to tell him you can't interfere with human history. And then he hears Pa Kent, who's amazing in this movie, by the way, and he gives this great speech earlier in the movie about how Superman, you're here for a reason. And you hear that speech echoed again, and then Superman's like, yeah, I think the ends will justify the means here. So he goes out into the atmosphere, starts flying around in a circle, and somehow stops time, reverses time by reversing the rotation of the Earth. So that way he's able to swoop in and save Lois Lane. Cool, but what about all the other stuff that he could have reversed? Personally, and this is probably a really unpopular opinion, but I gotta be honest here, that Superman reversing time at the end of this movie is more morally ambiguous than Superman snapping Zod's neck at the end of Man of Steel. Because at the end of Man of Steel, when they're in that City Hall museum or wherever they were, he has Zod in a headlock and Zod's using his heat vision. He's about to fry this family. And Superman's trying to plead with him and tell him not to do it. He's like, no, stop. Don't do it! He gives him every single out to stop using his heat vision. So the circumstances there were either Zod dies or this family dies. I know usually there's another way out. It doesn't always have to be a one or the other, but in that circumstance, I really think those were the only two options. Here, Superman reversed time. Granted, it was only, 5-10 minutes or whatever, but still, he reversed time in order to save one person. Does that mean that he undid all of the saving that he did before, which is the reason that he wasn't able to get to Lois in the first place? So did all those kids on the school bus die then? I guess the movie doesn't really answer that. So that's my little mini rant on the ending of Superman the movie. But the rest of Superman the movie is awesome. It still holds up today. Christopher Reeve is by far still the best Superman we have ever seen. Definitely check this movie out if you haven't already. It's a lot different from the other comic book movies that we usually get nowadays. So I could see some people going, oh, this is campy and it sucks. But if you're able to take it for what it is and how groundbreaking it was in the 70s, I think you can have a lot of fun with it. I just rewatched it, yesterday, and I still had a lot of fun with it. So who is your favorite superhero of all time? I would tell you mine, but it's coming. But whoever that superhero may be, comment down below, let me know who that is. And thanks so much for watching this video, you guys. If you liked it, you can click subscribe, check out some of my other videos, and I'll see you guys next time.